All right, in section 3.1, we're going to be finding mean, median, and mode. These are all called measures of center. They all tell you approximately where the middle of your data is, or where is the middle of your data. For the most part, we're going to be doing all of this with the calculator. It's going to speed up the process. We don't want to focus too heavily on mathematical calculations. We really want to focus on interpretation and just being able to evaluate them. So I'm going to point you to the textbook. All of these steps are going to be found in the textbook. I am currently on page 126 of the online textbook, and it has this list of steps that I'm going to take you through. So if you want to find the mean, median, mode, this will also be used in the next section when we find measures of spread, which are variations, and also in section 3.3 when we find the 5-number summary. The same set of steps will find all of these for you, so it's going to be very important to use. Now, the 83 is going to follow this exactly. If you have an 84, TI-84, when you have to go to calculate, you're not going to, when you do VARs, you're not going to hit enter twice. You're going to hit enter, and then you're going to arrow down to calculate, and then hit enter. So it'll be a little bit different, but for the most part, this will get you there. Okay, so again, it's on page 126 of the online textbook. I'm just going to go through these steps with you. So I'm going to pull up this calculator, and we're going to find the mean, median, and mode. Now, what you do need to be mindful of are the notations, the symbols that you will see. So I'm going to go once again to the textbook, and this is the symbol that we see for mean. Now, most know how to find the mean. You just add up all the values and divide by the total number you have. That's what this formula is saying. This symbol is called sigma, or summation. It's capital sigma, summation. Just means to add up all these numbers. They're using xi as an index, saying this is the first number, this is the second number, so forth and so on. And if you have n is 10, then you would divide by 10. But mainly, x bar, you need to know that this is the mean. X bar is the symbol that denotes the mean. Okay, there's not really a symbol for median or mode. So here's how we do it. We're going to take our calculator, turn it on, and we're going to go to Stat, which is right next to the left arrow key. When you click Stat, the first option you're going to be on is Edit, so just hit Enter. And then we're going to insert this data in here. So I'm going to hit 11, Enter, 7, Enter, and you can type it from the keyboard if you have this online computer. 13, Enter, 2, Enter, 5, Enter, 4, Enter. Make sure you hit Enter after each input, so that each value will be on its own individual line. If you do not, and you put them all on one line, it will not compute correctly. Okay, so I go back and double check to make sure I have it all correctly. That's the easiest way to make a mistake, is if we mistype information. So we have 11, 7, 13, 2, 5, 4. Okay, once we have everything in, we're going to hit Stat. We're going to arrow right to Calc, means calculate. And we're already on number 1, which is one variable statistics. We have one list, and we're going to do one variable statistics. So we're going to hit Enter, and then Enter again. And it gives us a lot of information. All of this we're not going to use here, but the first value they give you, x bar, is the mean. So if you added these up and divided by 6, you would get 7. So the first thing wants to know the mean, which is 7. So I'm going to go ahead and input 7. It looks like it's gone to sleep. Let me refresh. All right, so I got to go out and go back in, I guess. Okay, so we got our mean. It was 7. And next, they want you to tell the median of the data set. Okay, so on this same screen, when you get all this information, there's a down arrow key. If you start to arrow down, keep going all the way down. Okay, you get, this is the 5-number summary that we're going to be talking about in section 3. It is the minimum, the first quartile, the median, which is also the second quartile, Q3, third quartile, and the max. Median, right here, is the number that will be in the middle. And so part 2 wants you to find the median. Okay, it's given to us as 6. And then we want to know what the mode is. Okay, so mode we actually have to find ourselves. Okay, so if you want to find the mode, we really need these numbers in order, if we can see if any of them repeat. So I'm going to show you how to put these numbers in order. If you go back to Stat, option number 2 says sort A, which means we're going to sort this in ascending order, okay, from smallest to biggest. You can do sort D, you can do descending from largest to smallest. It doesn't matter. I'm going to do option number 2. So if you click number 2, on your screen you see sort A and it's waiting for an input. It wants to know what do you want to sort. Okay, so we want to sort list 1. The way we input list 1, if you look at the number 1 above it in yellow on my calculator, it may be a different color on your calculator, is L1. In order to get the yellow buttons, I have to hit this yellow second key first. So when I hit the yellow second key, you see this upward arrow says, okay, we're dealing with the yellow words now. So you're going to hit second and then the number 1. And it inputs L1. And then when you hit enter, it says done. Okay, so now we're going to go back to Stat and then hit enter. And we can see our numbers in order. So what we want to know is, do any of these numbers repeat, and which one repeats the most? So if I look at all these numbers, none of them repeat. They all only appear once. So if all the numbers only appear one time, then you have no mode.